Okay, we're still in graphing. We're still having some issues with graphing, but look at here. When in doubt, always solve for what?
Y.
Y. So y is equal to 4/5. So this is y is equal to a number, and what did I tell you about y is equal to a number?
Priority 1 message coming in on secure
Parallel
chat.
It's
to...
gonna go this way.
Yep. Parallel to whatever, y, the x-axis. So y is equal to 4/5. That's almost 1. So 4/5 is right there, and you got a horizontal line. Now, that line, the slope is equal, it's a horizontal line, all horizontal lines, slope is equal to what?
0.
And there is no x-intercepts. And the y-intercept is equal to 4/5. Capiche?
Peace.
Still trying to add a student, so just bear with me. So I don't know why it says presence unknown. Evidently she's not online. Try it from her phone. All right, next question. That was 1.317.8. That's 1.317.8. We good on that?
Yep.
Okay. 1.411.4. Okay, this is the question that you get 1757. 1757. Hold on a second, I'm on. Thought there was another.
Priority
Oh, well.
1 message coming in on
I
secure
was going to
chat.
try to do the whole screen, but evidently I am at the whole screen, so you'll just have to take what 1757. What the heck is he talking about? Well, this is, they give you 2 points, right? 1757. One, 7, and 5, 7. So if you graph it, it's always nice to graph something. Draw a picture of it. 1, 7, and 5, 7. 1, 7, 5, 7. What is it?
Gmail.
A line.
It's a horizontal line. Okay? So if it's a horizontal line, we know going into it, M is equal to what?
0.
0. There's no x-intercepts. Sorry. No y-intercepts. And it crosses at wherever it crosses. The x-intercept, or y-intercept, is equal to, we'll find that out in just a minute.
Wouldn't there be
So-
no x-intercepts?
Yeah. Isn't it no x-intercept?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I ain't taking my medicine this morning. 1, 7, 5, 7. This read from left to right. So this is x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So in order to use the point slope equation, what do we have to find first?
The slope itself.
The slope. We got to find the slope. So we go over here and calculate the slope. No 1. Calculate slope. So M is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. M is equal to parenthesis minus parenthesis over parenthesis minus parenthesis. Y sub 2 is 7. Y sub 1 is 7. 5 and what? 1. 0 over 4 is 0. So we plug it in. Y minus y sub 1 equals 0 times x minus x sub 1. And of course you're going to get y minus, and I'm going to pick this group. That's going to be what? 7. Is that better? Can you see it better now? Okay. Y minus 7 is equal to 0. And y is equal to what?
7.
Which tells you that you have a horizontal line with a y-intercept of 7. Oh yeah, this is part 2. Is it coming back now?
Yes, sir.
Hopefully a lot of it's coming back from your Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 days. Next question. I can get rid of all of them. Let's see. That's that one. And what was it? It was, I want to make sure I don't go over the same ones over and over. That was 1, 4, 11, 4. 1, 4, 11, 4. 1, 4, 15. So this is different. 1, 4, 15, 6. 1, 4, 15, 6. All right, try this one. Write it down.
Can you zoom in?
I don't know on this one. I can in my Epson, but I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me do it this way. Not used to doing it this way, but I do it for my class because I love my class. How's that?
Yeah, that helped.
That helped.
Y'all suck. There. How's that?
That's good.
Better be, because I ain't doing it again. Next, you'll be wanting milk and bread.
I already need some.
I need to go to Bilo and get me an emergency radio.
And water purification tablets.
Yes. That's why WYFF is exactly why I don't watch local news.
Yep.
I hadn't watched local news, I bet, in 5 years.
Incoming message.
Y'all know the story about the boy that cried wolf, right?
Yeah.
WYFF is the local news that cries wolf all the time. She's just not. I guess she's just not. She's gonna have to just go to YouTube and watch the videos because I don't think she's on this morning. I don't know why she can't. She says I'm online. She says mine says I'm online. Duh. Yeah, I'm online. I don't know. It's a conspiracy is what it is. All right, we got a line 7x minus 8y minus 5 is equal to 0. And we got another line going through the point -2 and 1. And this wants to know the parallel line, but we're going to do both. So let me get out of this. Okay, what I tell students to do here is whenever you do one of these problems, go ahead and do both of them. Do both the parallel and the perpendicular so you can learn how to do it. Okay, this is what you do first. Draw a BA table. Okay. Put your equation right here. 7x minus 8y is minus 5, is equal to 0. Now, what's the first thing I'm going to tell you to do with that equation?
Set it to y.
Solve it for y. Yes, set it equal to y. Solve it for y. So go ahead and solve it. Well, that's going to be negative 8y is equal to negative 7x plus 5. Just bring the 7x over to the 0 and the minus 5, bring it over. And then divide by negative what?
8.
So y is equal to 7/8 x minus 5/8. Now, for those of you that's 125% heading to the business and accounting, you better get used to doing these type problems. Because they're going to want to find parallel lines, they're going to want to find perpendicular lines all the time.
Priority 1
So,
message coming in on secured channel.
M for your original line is equal to 7/8. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, we got a point here, -2 and 1, and a point here, -2 and 1. And here we're going to do parallel, and here we're going to do perpendicular. Now, where have you seen parallel and perpendicular before in this class? That's the notes you gave us the other day, Hubert. That's right, class. So turn back in your notebook. Look at those notes I gave you. It was like the second to the last page before we went into graphing. And what's the last rule? It says something about parallel and perpendicular lines.
You have a work email. You have a work email.
Anybody find the rule yet?
For perpendicular,
Yeah.
you flip it and put it to negative, right?
Okay. What about parallel?
It just stays the same.
Stays the same. So now you know what to do. What do you do down here? If you want a parallel line, the slope has to be what?
7/8 or 7/8.
7/8. What about here?
-8/7.
Now you're ready to go. What do you have on this side? You've got a point and a what?
Slope.
Slope. What do you have on this side? A point and a what?
Slope.
Now you use the what? Point and slope equation,
Slope.
Hubert. That's good. All right, y'all can finish it. If you can't, just consider yourself what?
Started.
You have
A failure.
email.
You stop.
Yourself suck.
Yeah. You're going to live in a ditch the rest of your life?
I love being told that.
Ah, there you go. Make sure you tell your mom and dad. That way I can get complaints.
They won't care. They'll
Okay, they don't care about you anyway, do they? Okay.
They sure don't.
Well, might as well go join the military.
Yep.
I think I'll
There's
pass.
nothing wrong with the military. The military is anti-snowflake. It turns
I know.
snowflakes into real people.
I was in the Navy.
Who was in the Navy?
I was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's neat. So that's what's wrong with you. You got hit in the head or something?
Oh,
On
yeah.
one of them
Well,
ships or something?
yeah. Well, at least I wasn't the kids department.
Uh-huh, whatever. Well, I'll let the U.S. Marine Corps' reputation stand up for itself.
Okay.
I don't know why she can't log on today. She's usually pretty good about getting on, but something's wrong on her end.
Internet.
I keep trying to pull her up, but it keeps saying presence unknown. I'm looking to make sure I'm not overlooking her. There it is right there. It says presence unknown. I've never seen that before.
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channel.
Okay, so here we go. Y minus parentheses is equal to parentheses times x minus parentheses. And this is x of 1, this is y sub 1. So a negative 2 is going to go right here. 7/8 is going to go here. And 1 is going to go there.
Wait, you did it the other way around.
You did it
Yeah.
Oh, horse pucky. Sorry. It's the Russians. 1 and negative 2. Thank you. Okay, so that's going to be y minus 1 is equal to 7/8 times x plus what?
2.
And y minus 1 is equal to 7/8 x plus 14/8. I'm going to leave it as a fraction because I'm going to bring this negative 1 over as what?
Plus 1.
8/8. So that's going to be y is equal to 7/8 x plus 22 over 8, which is 11/4. Y'all check me.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, so that equation is parallel to this equation because it has the same slope and different y-intercepts. Now let's do this one. Y,
I'm sorry. What's the last
Priority 1 message
number
coming
in
in
that?
on secured channel.
where?
y equals 7/8x plus 11 over what?
4.
Oh, thank you.
I just reduced it.
Okay, I just couldn't read it. Sorry.
That's all right. We'll forgive you this time.
All right.
Y
thank you.
minus parentheses equals parentheses, brackets, x minus parentheses. And if you was to walk into my classroom today and ask me to do a problem, and it's not even in this book, this is the way I would do it. I'm still putting my parentheses and my brackets. It's not a habit that I would encourage you to get rid of, unless you just feel like you're beyond that. Y minus 1 is equal to 7/8 x minus a negative 2. I'm sorry, 8/7. Sorry, negative 8/7. Y minus 1 is equal to negative 8/7 times x plus 2. Y minus 1 is equal to negative 8/7 x minus 16/7. Y is equal to negative 8/7 x minus 16/7 plus what?
7/7.
7/7, and you get y is equal to negative 8/7 x minus what? 8/7. And that line is perpendicular to this line.
Be 9.
9/7.
Yeah, it's not.
I got 9/7.
9/7. Thank you. Okay. Nine sevenths. Yeah. Thank you. Now you might want to star this. This is a test question. This is the type test question that I would put 2 or 3 of them on a test. Why? Because this has everything in it. It has everything in that whole section.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
If you get you solve for y with the first equation, you have the slope.
Yep.
So why can't you just take the y off that point and just apply the slope and have, like, that's what I did. I got for the parallel, I had y equals 7/8 x plus 1.
I don't know how you got the 1. I don't know what you did.
I got it from the y from that point,
Because x isn't 0
given point.
in the point.
You could do that. That's fine. You should get the same answer. I mean, I
Will you
don't.
move that up a little bit?
Huh?
Will you move the paper up a little bit?
Is that good?
Yep.
I don't. I'm trying to think. You would get, yeah, you should get the same thing.
Wouldn't x have to be 0 to get the y-intercept?
Yeah, to get the y-intercept, but you're just finding the equation for the line. So the line, let's see, if you plugged in y is equal to 1, that would be, no, that wouldn't, okay, I'm trying to think. You come out with a point, you wouldn't come out with an equation. I think they're asking you for the equation. I mean, I don't think you could come out with, I'm trying to think. If you get y is equal to 7/8 x minus 5/8, and what did you say you did?
5/8. I'm trying to say here. 5/8.
If you plugged in -1 or 1 and -2,
My point, -2, 1 is a point, right?
Yeah.
A line. If you had, as long as you have the same slope, would it not be? Couldn't you just draw a line from that point, and still it would still be parallel?
okay, you're talking about drawing a line. Yes, you could, but you're not asked to draw a line. You're asked to find the equation. So I think what you're talking about is this. The point is -2. What is the point? -2, 1, 2, and 1, and then you could go 7 up, 1 over, 7 up, 1 over, or I'm sorry, 7 up, 8 over, 7 up, 8 over, and draw 2 or 3 points. Yes, you could do that. But there's no way to find an equation of a line unless you do this. You have to use, remember, when it says find an equation, I put this in your notes. Look at that same, the page before that notes. What does it say? When it says the words find an equation. Remember me saying that? When it says find an equation, you have to use the point slope equation. It says that in my notes. Okay? All right, and let's turn back to the, I didn't look at the question that hard. So let's find the question and see what it says. See what it says? Find, what? It says write an equation for the line passing through this point that's parallel to this line. And ours is, let's check it and make sure that Hubert knows what he's talking about. I got 7/8 x, so that'd be 7/8 x, what, plus 11/4. Okay. Oh, I didn't put y. That's probably it, so I'm not going to worry about that. Yep, I got it right. 7/8 x plus 11/4. Now, if you did it another way, and I don't see how, I'd like to know, and got 7/8 x plus 11/4, let's talk about it. But I don't think you're going to be able to do it without using the point slope equation. Does that help? I mean,
Yeah.
Does that help your question? Going to have to use it. I think what you're getting mixed up with is in K through 12, they teach you to use y is equal to mx plus b, and they tell you to plug in the points. But really, that's useless because you can't find an equation doing that unless it's the y-intercept. That's why, or the x-intercept, whichever. So it's really useless to teach that. That's why a lot of people just do the point slope equation. But they don't want to teach it to you in K through 12 because it's too much for them to explain, if you know what I mean. All right, so let's do another one. It's kind of one of those things where it's easier just to go the long route and teach you the whole thing than it is to try to shortcut it. Because in the end run, you end up getting confused. Okay, that was 15. This is 17/7. I'm basically just doing y'all's homework problems for you. Okay. So I'm just going one after the other, so that way y'all can go home and type in the answers, right? All right, this one. Do the same thing. Do both of them. Do parallel and perpendicular. Can y'all see it? Let me raise it up a little bit for those that sit in the back of the room can't see. There we go. You sure you don't want to sit back there in the corner, back toward that cubby hole over there, so you can be further away? A little bit, about 3 or 4 more feet, maybe a little bit further back.
Right here?
Yeah, or over there. Diagonal will be longer, so get over there toward that blue thing over there. What do you call it? What do you call them
I don't know what
things?
that is.
People said a cubicle.
Cool.
Cubicle over there. Yeah.
I'll sit behind the cubicle.
There you go. That's even better. Yeah, if you can't see the screen, move somewhere where you can't see it at all. Get farther away from it. So we've got x minus 8y minus 3 is equal to 0. And we're going through 7 and negative 7. This is kind of the epitome of state government. I bought this little document cam for less than $50, and this school is yet to find a replacement for it. And people wonder why we're paying $700 for a hammer in local government. I mean, state government. I had this thing turned another way. There she goes. That's what I need. I need it turned. Right. That's just not going to work. Wow. I didn't know it could do that.
I can see.
Oh gosh, yeah. Like I say, why don't you move back there behind that cubicle? Now that
I will Monday. Like half my freaking family's moving up here for the weekend. But they're not like family members, they're like 18-year-old people. It's about to be fun at the High Point this weekend. Doing math homework, of course.
Obviously.
There we go. That's a whole lot better. Okay, so BA table, x minus 8y minus 3 is equal to 0. Negative 8y is equal to negative x plus 3 divided by negative 8. So y is equal to 1/8 x minus 3/8. M is equal to 1/8. Therefore, for the parallel line at 7 and negative 7, M is equal to what?
1/8.
For the
Yeah, move the paper
perpendicular
up.
line at 7 and negative 7, M is equal to what?
8 just 8?
Just 8. Negative 8. Sorry. Let's bring that down a little bit. So, y minus parentheses equals parentheses brackets x minus parentheses. And the next 7 goes here. Negative 7 goes here. And 1/8 goes here. Y plus 7 is equal to 1/8 x minus 7/8. Y is equal to 1/8 x minus 7/8 minus what? 56/8?
Yeah.
So y is equal to 1/8 x minus, I have no idea, 63/8?
Yeah.
That's the parallel line. I don't have my Sharpies today, so I'm sorry. This pen is a little bit too thick. Y minus what? 7 is equal to negative 8 times x minus the negative 7. Did I just do it backwards again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suck. There we go. How about that? So, y plus 7 is equal to negative 8x plus what? 56? Y'all have to help me because 8s, I have a problem with multiplying, dividing, and subtracting and adding. I don't know why. It's probably that pill that I took when I was 8 years old or something. So y is equal to negative 8x plus 56 minus 7. What is that, 48? 40 something?
49.
Thank you. Y is equal to negative 8x plus 49. Now that's the answer to the question. I think they wanted perpendicular. See, it's not that hard, is it?
No.
Feel good about yourself? No
Feeling
orange
better.
face and white necks? Good. Too much makeup? Oompa loompa? Oompa loompa doopity doo.
That's such a good.
This is 1.452. Okay, now you should be able to do this one without any problem. Try it.
Is that not the answer right there?
And yeah, it is, but go ahead and see. I mean, yeah, but go ahead and see if you can get that answer. Some people like hearing themselves talk. You ever met somebody like that? So, slope m is equal to negative 4/5 And point is 5 and negative 8. And yes, this is a test question. I don't know why this thing keeps turning on manual focus. It didn't. Okay, I guess it's just... Oh. All right, so this is x of 1, and this is y sub 1. Y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x of 1. X of 1 is 5, negative 4/5, and what? 8 negative 8. Y plus 8 is equal to negative 4/5 x plus what? Plus 4. And then y is equal to negative 4/5 x. Dang old what? What's 4 minus 8?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Should be your answer. Let's check it. Okay, it is. So that's got that one. Moving right along. 1.47/3. Okay, now this one I would put on a test just to see how many people were paying attention. Why would I do that? X equals 3, exactly. You shouldn't have to do anything. Just write down x is equal to 3 and I'll let y'all figure it out. Write the equation of the vertical line. Vertical means x is equal to a number. And what's the x equal to?
3.
3.
3. That question right there is one of the most missed questions. People leave it blank. Figure that out. Next question. 1.445/11. Okay, word problem. So we're just supposed to immediately shut down on this one, shouldn't we? Just don't even do it. Let's wait until Monday to do this one, okay? I hate to do it, but I'm not gonna. Everybody's gonna be packing up and zipping their bags and all that. I just don't feel like going off on somebody this morning. So.
All right, Mr. Heward, don't die in the hurricane.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go get me some bread and milk.
Good Lord, find the river.
Well, then I'll just get beer and pizza.
That works too.
That was a very good compliment.
Yep. Let's see. I gotta